These two probably take most of their sunrises when they're heading to bed.
King Jack for Scotty. He raises to 1,800. 9 deuce suited for Phil. He'll call.
Sometimes you wonder if Phil cares what his hand is, or if he just wants to play a pot.
Inside straight draw for Scotty. Flush draw for Ivy. He checks. Scotty bets 2,000. Phil raises to 5,000.
2,000, 3,000 more on top.
I like yellow chip, baby.
Scotty calls.
In there for you.
Ivy's check raise designed to win the pot right there. But in case you don't,
Ivy makes his flush, and Phil has Scotty drawing dead.
Win improved to a pair of jacks there. Still got the gut shot straight draw.
Ivy bets 9,000.
About 3/4 the pot.
Scotty calls.
Win doesn't appear convinced that Ivy's got anything here.
Irrelevant 9 on the river.
I'm all in.
He puts Scotty all in.
Virtually impossible call for Scotty Win here.
All right, baby.
He decides too much too soon and folds.
Show bluff good for the game.
It's too soon.
Bold call by you, Ivy, with the almost 2.5 to 1 chip lead.
Shh, come on, Hummer. Quit making me look bad here.
Our GoDaddy.com pocket cam shows Scotty wins Jack 7. He limps in. Phil with Queen 4. He checks.
Playing pots in position on the button, a good way for Scotty to try to get back into this match.
Trip 4s for Ivy. Win pairs his Jack.
And this is a good way for him to lose chips.
Ivy bets 1,000. Scotty calls.
Ivy leading right out, not slow playing.
Scotty hits his 7 on the turn, now has top 2 pair.
Man, this is a tough situation for Scotty Win. Could see him raise here.
After Ivy bets 3,500, Scotty calls.
Good conservative line, saving himself from getting torched.
Trey on the river means Ivy's trip 4 is still good. He bets 10 grand.
All right, baby. I call. Get 4, baby.
Scotty calls
All right, you got it.
and gets a look at what he was afraid of.
And of course, getting paid off in that last pot.
Ivy with King 5 suited limps in.
Dude.
Scotty with 10-8 suited checks. Scotty flops a straight.
Could this be a turning point for Scotty Win?
Ivy bets 800.
Expect him to win at least that much in this pot.
Scotty calls.
Gonna slow play it.
4 of spades on the turn leaves Ivy drawing dead.
Scotty checks again, and this is where Ivy's aggression can cost him.
Ivy bets 2,500.
Come on, baby.
Scotty goes all in, and Ivy quickly gets away from his hand.
Some people would waste time there, try to sell a bigger laydown. Not Phil Ivy. This one's all but over.
Scotty looks at a bullet and decides that's good enough to go all in.
Ivy looks at nothing and decides that's good enough to call.
Scotty finally sees he's got a king to go along with that ace.
Only an ace would have been better. He's in good shape, though, against Ivy's 9-5.
Here's the flop.
Ivy doesn't look nervous, though.
Does he ever?
No.
Scotty pairs his ace on the flop.
Go ahead and count out 24, Phil.
Ivy picks up a wheel draw.
It's nothing come easy, baby.
That's my line.
Here's the river.
I might have spoken too soon. Can Ivy hit a deuce?
Trip aces on the river. Scotty doubles up.
No spotter.
Yeah.
That's a huge dent in Phil Ivy's stack.
Ivy with Queen 4 puts Scotty all in.
Scotty with one queen is a favorite to have Ivy dominated or just smashed. Pocket queens.
Of course, Scotty happily calls.
The fours, they came earlier.
2 queens for Scotty Wynn, queen 4 off for Phil.
Ivy doesn't appear pleased. Might be late for that dinner.
Not at all. He's wondering, what do I have to do to put Scotty away?
You got to flop better than that with queen 4.
Good.
That's not good.
He needed fours. He gets trays. Scotty now with 2 pair. 8 of spades. Ivy's drawing dead. Scotty says, pass me those chips.
Scotty up to 10,000, and Ivy's gum's getting a workout. While he's doubled up each time, Ivy has actually picked up small pots in between. So Scotty still with 16,000 in chips, Ivy with 64. 4-1 chip lead.
Blinds now 6 and 1,200. Ivy with pocket jacks. Raises to 3,600. Win with pocket
Oh,
kings.
come on.
Just a call.
Little slow play, not being hasty here. This is going to be troublesome for Phil Ivy.
Are you kidding me? Set over set?
Wow.
Scotty's kings and Ivy's jacks.
This is dirty. Scotty's checking here. And Ivy thinks he's got him crushed, Craig, but guess what?
Phil bets 4,000.
Oh, look at Scotty selling the contemplation here.
I raise.
Scotty raises to 10,000.
I'm all in.
And now all the chips are in the middle.
It was going to happen sooner or later with these 2 hands. Look at Ivy.
Oh my God.
Set over set. 3 kings for Scotty Wynn,
Both players can't believe it.
Phil Ivy.
Not too often you'll see 1 card in the outs graphic.
It's an ace. 3 kings.
Ivy
to
needs
lead.
the lone jack.
Good luck with that.
Here's the river.
Trey on the
Scotty
river.
will
Scotty
double up
doubles through Ivy for the 5th time.
And yet he still doesn't have the chip lead.
Business as usual. King 10 suited for Ivy. He raises to 3,500. Ace 7 suited for Scotty. And he'll call.
7,000 in the pot heading to the flop.
Ivy pairs his 10. Win with an open-ender. He checks. Ivy bets 5,000. Scotty calls.
Looking for a 6 or a jack to make the best hand. An ace would also work for Scotty.
He gets the ace. Scotty with the pair.
Is this really happening?
After a couple of checks, deuce on the river. Scotty's aces are still best.
Give Ivy some credit for checking behind Scotty on the turn there.
8.
Scotty bets 8,000. Ivy calls. And at this point isn't surprised to see Scotty with cards like this.
It's not a double up, but it's enough to give Scotty Wynn the chip lead. Gotta be frustrating for Phil Ivy to watch this unfold. Probably pulled his car around at the valet a half hour ago.
Pocket kings for Ivy raises to 3,600.
Let me guess, aces?
No, it's only his favorite hand, Jack 9.
36.
Yes, 36 total.
And he'll call.
Why am I nervous right now?
Wynn pairs his 9 on the flop and checks. But Phil's still ahead.
2 kings looking good.
Ivy bets 5,000.
5.
5,000.
Scotty calls.
It's not gonna happen, is it?
You can't watch, can you? 4 of spades, no help to Scotty. He checks.
I'm all in.
Ivy goes all in.
You got about 20, right, baby?
Almost a pot-sized push.
16, 5, 16, 6.
16, 6.
1 overcard to Scotty's 9 out there, and he's
He
still gonna
calls.
make the call. Let's see, 5 outs. Any 9, any jack.
Have it all in.
So if you do the math, Scotty should be about 171% to win this pot, right?
The Queen 9 deuce 4 board.
My favorite hand, baby.
Ivy, a huge favorite to double up, but still at risk. Oh, come on!
Stop it.
What universe are we living in?
All right.
The historic comeback is complete.
I mean that.
It's all right. Good.
Sorry, all
All
right?
right. It's okay, buddy.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
What a frosty deck.